Hello, and welcome to something of a special episode of The End of the Road. Today I am honoring the character Sir Daniel Fortesque from the PlayStation 1 games Medieval and Medieval 2. Basically, Sir Dan's story is that of a fallen hero. In the year 1386, Sir Dan was the champion of Gallowmere and led the kingdom and led the knights against the attacks of an evil wizard known as Zarek, who, using necromancy, was able to summon zombies, demons, ghouls, and other horrible creatures that were meant to lay waste to the kingdom. Unfortunately, Dan's efforts would not prove to be enough. Zarek was ultimately defeated, yes, in 1386. However, in the year 1486, he made his return. Using his magics, he was able to raise the dead and essentially take over, or corrupt the souls of the people of Gallowmere. But unfortunately for Zarek, he unwittingly reawakened Sir Dan. So, Dan's story is, about journeying across the land to find Zarek and defeat him, and finally, put an end to the madness. Oh, yeah. That's both ow and a bit embarrassing. But like I said, this is Dan's time to get redemption. I mean, they even talk about it, in the very beginning of the game. He awakes from his tomb, and he walks forward, and some gargoyles actually talk about it.
It has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortesque, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarek and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
One of my favorite things about the medieval games is in each level, well, actually most of the levels, there is a magical chalice called the Chalice of Souls, which, when collected, Sir Dan is able to visit the Hall of Heroes, where he can meet with heroes from the past, and gain certain weapons. He gets the crossbow, a magic sword, magic shield, lightning. I'm not even kidding. A hammer, an axe. It's just a cool, interesting concept of, this fallen hero, getting assistance from other true heroes. It was a cool little thing, just check it out.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
One of the other big things about Dan's journey to defeat Zarek is he actually gets to fight other seriously evil beings and monsters on his way, from his own crypt to Zarek's stronghold. One of the first major things that he runs across are called the Shadow Demons. Basically, these malevolent spirits, monsters, whatever, that were imprisoned back in 1386, I believe. And Dan, in order to progress in his journey, has to free them. Yeah. Oops. However, being the good hero that he is, he actually takes care of the monsters.
None shall enter. The shadow demons are entombed within, separated from the world of goodness and light until the earth cracks open. No one, not even the Dark Lord Zarek, can release them without the shadow artifact. Leave now, or share their doom. What have you done? Once again, the shadow demons are wreaking havoc across the land, and it's all thanks to you. The single most destructive and wretched creatures in the history of the world, and you've given them an early parole. They will be heading for the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Gallowmere is doomed.
One of the other cool things that Dan actually does on his journey is he meets and defeats a dragon. Yeah. I mean, he's a medieval knight and stuff like that, so it kind of goes with the territory. But, well, I'll just show you
Who dares to enter my lair and wake me from my slumber? Aha! Prepare yourself, little man. I shall roast the flesh from your bones. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I will pluck out both your eyes. Oh, great. I'm just going to give you a good hiding. hurt. What did you have to go and do that for? Here, take this dragon potion and leave me alone. Drink it when you need it. It gives you armor that is impervious to heat. Plus it lets you breathe fire. Now go away.
Dragon armor, huh? So, dragon armor. It makes him immune to fire and allows him to breathe fire. So, Dan essentially becomes a dragon man. I'm sorry, guys. I have to make this stupid little reference. But he's like fucking Trogdor. Hit the music. Dear God. Sorry. I just really like the Trogdor song. Like it's just good, and it fits, and I had to use it. Like legit, all of the love and respect to you guys who made the song. It's awesome. But sorry, I gotta focus. So yeah, after defeating the dragon and getting the cool armor, Sir Dan has to proceed actually to the ruins of Gallowmere. It would seem that after 100 years, the kingdom has fallen apart, and most of the royal family has passed on. Understandably, it sucks, but yeah. And despite death, Dan actually gets to see King Peregrine again and talk with him.
Sir Daniel Fortesque, it's been a long time. Welcome back to your home. But it is sad that you should see it so. The jewel in Gallomere's crown has become a corrupt haven for Zarok's army of shadow demons.
Sir Fortesque, noblest of my courtiers, bravest of my captains, oh, that we should meet at such a dark hour, with the fate of this realm lying once again in your hands. Good God, Fortesque, what's happened to your jaw? Bad luck, old man. Now look, Zarok's army of shadow demons hide beneath us within this very mountain. They prepare as we speak to invade fair Gallowmere. If we are to thwart his plans, we must bring down the castle on top of them. We must unleash the lava behind the floodgates. I can take you to the gate's control lever, but you alone can pull it. Huh? Of course, it's a highly dangerous mission, even for a dead man. I dare say that when that fiend sees what you've done, he'll make sure you spend eternity in the most unspeakable torment. But then, I know these things mean nothing to a man of your iron will. Eh, Fortesque? Splendid. Good luck, old friend.
So yeah, after learning about Zarok's plot to release the demons, Dan releases the lava from the floodgates, as he was directed, and escapes the kingdom. Unfortunately, yes, destroying the former kingdom, but he saved the land. You know, something a true hero would actually do. So, again, I have to give Dan props. You know, like, before, he was just known as the champion of the kingdom. They don't really go into his exploits, but here, at least, we're getting to see, you know, he defeats the shadow demons, he defeats the dragon, he defeats, you know, these other demons that would have destroyed the kingdom. So, while Dan may have a humiliating original story, at least here and now, post-death, he gets to do some great heroic things. So maybe he's not as bad as he was originally set out to be.
The lava has been released, Sir Dan. The castle is collapsing. You will not have long to defeat the stone golems and escape the ensuing inferno.
So after having, you know, destroyed the kingdom and the demons, Dan ultimately finds his way to Zarek's palace. And also, I would like to stop here really quick and apologize for, like, just hitting these random little highlights without much connecting material. Basically, like, the story, it only had, like, little highlights like this throughout it. For the most part, it's just Dan goes to the forest, he defeats all these monsters, and finds the exit to the next place. And it's just a lot of that. So, for the sake of time and entertainment value, I just want to hit on the highlights. So, my apologies if that's, you know, it seems kind of jumpy, what I'm hitting on, but I assure you, like, these are the highlights, and you're not missing much else that's important along the way. But anyway, you know, so Dan finds his way to Zarek's palace. You know, he gains entrance, and he comes across a strange challenge.
I never thought you'd get this far. Your final encounter with Zarek awaits beyond this point. He has surrounded himself with his unnatural bodyguards, but you may yet even the odds by calling upon the lost souls collected within your chalice. Place the chalice on the shield at the heart of the arena. Good luck, Sir Daniel Fortesque.
Sir Fortesque, my old nemesis, so we meet again. I see that a century spent as worm food has done nothing to diminish your naive obsession with the freedom of Gallowmere. Prepare to attack, my warriors. I want the dogs gnawing marrow from those bones within the hour. Ah! What is that, Fortesque? Your lucky cup?
For the honor of Gallowmere!
Yeah, legit, using the Chalice of Souls, he was able to summon his own skeletal warriors. And with proper use of the good lightning, which, if you didn't understand it, it took some of Dan's life and transferred it to the life of the skeletons that he was zapping with it, so that they wouldn't die. Because if you don't keep them healed up, the skeletons will die, and if they all die, the giant skeletons literally just smash you and kill you. So, yeah. Dan fought that battle. However, Zarek had another trick up his sleeve.
Ugga. Right then, that's it. I've just about had enough of your meddling. Where is that spell? Ah, yes. No, not that spell. Oh. Oh, not right now. Aha! Now I have it. None shall defeat the mighty Zarok. Bak, 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 bak. So prepare to die, Fortesque. Curse you, Sir Knight. I am finally defeated. Yet if I am to fail, then all shall perish. You are doomed, Fortesque. You will never leave this domain.
You prove us all wrong. Maybe it is destined to be a hero. Maybe it can defeat Zarok. The people of Gallowmere may never know of your past mistakes, and you will indeed be remembered as the people's hero. Your time in exile is over. Welcome to your new home, Sir Daniel Fortesque.
sorry. Like, it's just great, you know, he beats the golem and all that, and then he gets squished. It's just funny and a bit anticlimactic, I felt. But, yeah, that's basically the end of Dan's story. You know, he gets saved by the eagles, returned back to his crypt where he lays down to die. Again. I don't know how the whole thing works, but anyway. You know, afterward, he actually gets to go to the Hall of Heroes because he's proven himself a true hero. You know, one of the things, again, that I really liked about this. And it's probably a big part of the whole stupid hero thing that I've got going on within my own personal, you know, psyche and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah. Like, I really liked Dan's story because, you know, he wasn't some great, brave, gallant hero who got it right the first time. You know, he got a second chance to do this after messing up terribly. And maybe it wasn't, you know, a terrible screw up on his part, it was just bad luck that he died the first time. And this was kind of the universe saying, here's a do-over. And I like that because, you know, we're all human, we make mistakes, we mess up. And it's not every day that you get a second chance. But Dan got that second chance, faced up to the challenge, and saved the day. I'll be honest, something I kind of hope to get to do one day. You know, not mess up and then get a second chance, but, you know, do something great and heroic and save the day. But, that concludes Sir Daniel Fortesque's story, at least in the Kingdom of Gallowmere. Stay tuned for Part 2, covering the adventures of Medieval 2. Basically, quickly just to set it up for you, Dan lays down to die, and unfortunately, he is awoken again. In London, in the year 1886, where someone has found Zarek's spellbook, and, well, I'm sure you can guess what happened. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I thank you for coming to today's service. If you have any characters that you feel like should be remembered, you know, leave them in the comment section below. And that's all I've really got. So, as always, say goodbye should we depart, but keep your memories in your heart. Don't you frown, and don't be down, but live to seize the day. I'm Valiant Bradley James, and I'll see you at the end of the road.